Today is an important day. We are talking about the haunted doll industrial complex. Asked my dolls what they think about my new boyfriend. I don't like him. He will cheat on you. I decided to bring 2 haunted dolls home with me. Larissa, haunted spirit, $1,800. We're supposed to not look at pictures of Harold. I'm gonna hold it just on screen. $325 or best offer. Are you haunted, yes or no? There's a really nice, kind-hearted community out there of people who collect haunted dolls because they like the paranormal or they like dolls, right? Collectors are a thing. And then there's also people who are trying to scam anyone they can with really terribly written eBay and Etsy listings of dolls that are supposedly haunted. A lot of these listings are going for over $500. We're gonna look at some stupid listings online, and then we're gonna look at what's going on in general with the idea of collecting these haunted dolls. And I'm actually going to investigate a haunted doll myself, so that'll be fun. Paranormal / haunted doll vessel, old, cold, unsettling. Unsettling, you don't say. Eliza was not stored the way other items were. She was placed beneath linens, not wrapped, not protected, just covered. I can sense it. I can sense the GPT, you know? Not farted, just pooped. If you lose your money this way, that's on you. That's on you. Haunted doll, tall gray alien spirit, 67 inches. Pay it in 4 interest-free installments with Klarna. Joy to the world, everybody. It's 2026 and you can finance a haunted Grogu doll with Klarna. Charlotte the Necromancer haunted doll. Ancestor guide, psychic mediumship, protection and divination companion, active spirit. It's almost like they're coming up with a utility for the product as well. Not just attaching a story to some doll, but also trying to suggest it offers specific benefits to you. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think she's haunted. For whatever reason, I'm just not getting that feeling. Now the next one, Larissa, haunted spirit, $1,800. I actually don't need any proof. Let me know, do you guys need proof Larissa's haunted? I don't. Haunted she may be, your spirit knows. For the demons possess those with no toes. Haunted doll, active spirit, positive chance, rambunctious prankster. Not only is it a haunted doll, it's a haunted clown doll.
Can I have a cheeseburger, please?
And not only that, it has these hands where it's gonna be like, actually, whenever you go near it. Haunted doll, active spirit, star-touched benevolent dream guide, 20 inches. $75 or best offer. There's something very Jennifer Coolidge-y about her. I found her in a small antique shop on the edge of town. Not displayed, but sitting on a chair near the window as if she'd been placed there intentionally. Why are we Comic Sans? I don't know, the girl who owned the doll passed unexpectedly, and the doll was haunted by the girl who owned her, basically. The light flickers when she's active. There are starlight reflections. The light flickers when she's active. My light just went out. That's strange. It would be strange if I didn't tell you this thing has 0 battery life and it's dead. Wait, it says it has 2 battery actually. Stop turning out, the fuck? What the hell? There is the most decrepit doll I've found on here. Its mouth is busted, its arms are busted, it's got no eyeballs. You know the Coraline opening? The opening to the movie Coraline where it's like, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. That sequence pales in comparison to this. Actually, a lot of horror movies I've seen pale in comparison to this. Here's what I find this really interesting, right? The people who sell the haunted dolls. Now let's just say you do believe the doll is haunted. If you believe there is sentience and personhood in this thing, if you believe it's a being, why would you be just like content to say, yeah, I'm gonna sell this being to you? Why are we selling people? Best case scenario, the skeptic position, right? My position is these people are grifting. But if you actually believe that they are selling 100% haunted dolls, they are selling people's souls. Which is probably worse. But I was looking up on the Facebook Marketplace haunted dolls to see if I could find any near me. Creepy animatronic doll creation. You can't say they weren't creative, but this is like, I think Sid from Toy Story crawled into our real world and we didn't notice. Found him. He's right here. Haunted doll, mischievous William. But yeah, you wouldn't even get $5 out of this doll normally, but the second you attach a story to it and you say it's haunted, then you can turn an item that's in decay, an item that's not going to get you any money if you sell it, you can turn it into a serious profit generator. I mean, $3.25 or best offer. That's how much this is going for. Condition used, you don't say. But a really interesting question is, how old is the phenomenon of selling haunted dolls online? We're gonna take the time to talk about the world's most haunted doll sold online. Sold on eBay in 2003 or 2005. One of those years was the internet's most haunted doll. Does anybody remember that? Anybody? I don't know. Alright guys, we're gonna talk about the haunted doll Harold the Doll. Like Shrek, like the dad in Shrek. There's gonna be a warning on screen whenever Harold is about to appear. You're gonna hear a little sound effect if he's gonna appear in 3 seconds. I'm putting an image up on screen when I'm talking about him. And there will be a sound effect when he stops appearing on screen, just because some people are really superstitious, and if people online say looking at the doll gives you headaches, some people might placebo themselves into getting a headache. So I'm just putting that up there if anybody wants to have that. Harold the Doll is one of the first major haunted doll sellings on eBay. The doll was listed on eBay in 2003 by apparently some guy named Greg, and Greg had come up with quite the elaborate backstory for Harold. Later, Greg admitted to making the stories up about Harold, but to this day, there is a lot of legend and myth around Harold that if you look at pictures of him, you're gonna get a headache, or he causes misfortune to those who make fun of him and everything like that. And here's where I have to say right now, we're gonna make fun of Harold. I actually read the book that's over 200 and something pages about Harold the doll, the person who acquired this doll, and the stories attached to him. Let's pull up the book. Harold tore a tiny tendon in the owner's knee. Harold caused people's backs to go out, completely destroyed someone's wedding, apparently caused some people to perish. There is reason to believe the doll is inhabited by many spirits. They believe there's a malevolent entity attached to it. Apparently he's not a great guy, he's not a good doll. We're supposed to not look at pictures of Harold, so I really think it'd be nice to look at a picture of Harold. Okay, we have a picture of Harold the doll in the book. No headaches so far. I'm gonna hold it just on screen. He's got weird teeth. You know that skin where someone like has such good skin that their skin looks borderline greasy because it's just so moisturized and like reflective? He does have that though, I'll give it to him. Overall, this has not been that bad. Listen, I'm a skeptic. I'm not entirely convinced this is real, but even if I was convinced this is 100% real, if this doll was actually haunted and it's like, if you look at me, I'm gonna break your neck. Bring it on, bitch. What's wrong with you? Why are you so insecure when you could just be live, laugh, loving? You know, Harold the doll, you gotta practice live, laugh, love. This has all made me realize that I actually need to step up my game right now, and I need to buy some paranormal equipment. So let me go do that really quickly. Ghost hunting. Okay, we're gonna go hunting at a thrift store and my great aunt's house. These thingamajigs, EMF readers, that's what we need to purchase. Clicky clicky, and with editing magic, it'll look like, oh god. With the power of a little editing magic, it'll look as though I just purchased it live on camera when I actually purchased the device the other day. Ooh, amazing. We're going to go and see if we can find a haunted doll. We're gonna bring it back home, and then we're gonna start testing it, interrogating it, and we're gonna get some answers.
It's hard to believe I'm walking through the island of dolls, because I'm not. That's in Mexico, which is miles away, and the island's f***ing dangerous.
Yes, that's right. Despite the Mexico color grading, I was not at the Island of Dolls. Though it was tempting to go there, I could not afford a plane ticket. So we had to make do with my great aunt's house. My great aunt loves her dolls. She let me come take a look at them today. She's always really excited to tell me stories about them, how she acquired them. I thought, instead of just seeing what stories are attached to the dolls, we would see what else may be attached to the dolls. Tiptoe by the window. For me personally, dolls kind of creep me out a little bit. I don't know. And I don't even need to be convinced they're haunted to feel disturbed by them. They all look a little haunted and creepy to me.
I'm a little scared. The light switch to this room doesn't work.
Now, I did find a light switch that worked, but sadly, after scanning a bunch of her dolls and figures, I found nothing.
Not even you? You don't even have anything?
So I decided it was time to look elsewhere. I went to the thrift store and I found a lot of dolls, and I scanned every single one, and they all showed nothing as well, except for one doll I saw. So either she's haunted or she's like heavily radiated. Both cases are bad. But regardless, I decided to bring her and some random Alice in Wonderland doll home. Safety first. I have to say though, as I was leaving the store, these two books being on the shelf kind of freaked me out given how in sync they were with what was happening. When I actually look at the concept of paranormal objects and whatnot, I'm a bit of a skeptic, but I am probably one undeniable event away from becoming a full-on believer. I could be deeply convinced if something very haunted happens to me. So now it was time to do some investigation and ask the dolls with various methods if they were haunted, to see if they would reply, or to see if they would move or do something interesting. If hauntings are real, dolls will lead us to the proof. Of course, naturally, I had to make the setup look as creepy as I could. We have started this wonderful investigation on a Monday morning. So we're going to investigate this thoroughly. We're going to do every sort of thing people do. Okay, we have a yes or no coin. We have cards and a pendulum. And of course our EMF reader and these are cat toys, but for some reason people use them a lot with ghosts. I don't know. Oh my god, light. So we're gonna see, can she light these up on her own or move them? I waited about 3 minutes and nothing happened. Then I did a coin flip. Are you haunted, yes or no? Yes. Oh my god. And then I tried using a pendulum, but my hand was moving around too much, so that was gonna be ineffective. We've gotta bring out the cards. Okay, pick a card, any card. God. Is she haunted, yes or no? I mean, that's probably like not a great sign. I did question both dolls for about 30 minutes, and the entire time they didn't move, they didn't light up the EMF readers, and they couldn't light up the cat toys. So sadly, this whole experience was rather uneventful. So now it's time to go see what other people are experiencing with their haunted dolls. Here we have a TikTok where someone says, "Love my haunted dolls," and it looks like they're moving. It's moving. It is certainly moving. You know? That's kind of creepy. It's just moving on its own. Except it's a rotating jester doll, so that's just kind of what they do. I was hoping we had found proof of the supernatural, but all we've found proof of is, the super funky.
Oh, every night is like a day.
So this person has a haunted doll. How much did I cost, Mom? Free. You're a haunted doll, baby. You gave too many people diarrhea, so they donated you to our museum. You know, people when they go to the ER for like, they are having bathroom troubles, things aren't moving, things just aren't working there. You could bring this doll to that floor, to those people who are struggling with that condition, and you could cure them. Like this is definitely, I mean, yeah, you could say this is a haunted doll, but this could also be a miracle cure for chronic constipation. I'm just saying, it's all in the branding, it's all in the marketing, you know? I asked my dolls what they think about my new boyfriend. I don't like him. He will cheat on you. Imagine you're on a date with this person, and it's like, oh, I'm a Taurus, you're a Scorpio, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think astrology has any weight here. I don't think astrology is gonna affect this relationship. I don't think astrology is real. It's not just that. It's my haunted doll, Deborah.
Hello?
She said, you're going to cheat on me. I didn't even click on this post. I scrolled down and my mouse registered it as a click or something. I think I was meant to see this one. Meet Andrew. Well, he can't be that haunted. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. This one has already caused problems in my home, says this one person who posted an Annabelle-looking Raggedy Ann doll. We will call her Annie. She's been sitting here only 4 days. Well, today she's thrown my iPhone 14 Plus that was sitting on my counter. I swear to God, some of the stuff I see online, they're basically posting a photo of, like, Chucky who just crawled out of the fire after being burned in the movie Child's Play. And they'll say, "Is this haunted? I'm getting a bit of a weird energy coming off of it. Like, is it haunted? What do you think?" This kind of just looks like Anakin after he fell on Mustafar. The consensus in the community is that a lot of haunted dolls are haunted by little ones who have passed on. But the case with pop culture and Hollywood and the way you see haunted dolls typically in the media, it's more so they're talking about, like, demonic possessions. And in the case of haunted dolls like Harold the Haunted Doll, if you're a demon possessing a doll, you're a loser. First of all, your vessel can't do anything. Anything. It has sad, flappy little doll arms. I think I said that like a year ago in my Annabelle video. It's sad, it's not intimidating. Secondly, it's overdone. I feel like, what was his name? Waternoose? I feel like Waternoose in Monsters, Inc., where I'm like, they just don't got the work ethic to scare anymore. Yeah, what do you think about all of this? Would you buy a haunted doll? Do you think dolls can be haunted? Let me know. I personally think this was just a really fun video to make. As I was recording that, I heard something drop in the room. It was my cat. My life flashed before my eyes just there. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.